the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. Oh no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. You hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, no, they can't take that away. They can't take that away. They can't take that away from me.
Welcome to CJ's Chatbox. We are in a home that may be quite familiar to you now. It's becoming like a second home to me because I'm back here at Laura Waller's house. And I told you last time we spoke that I was going to not answer the phone anymore because every time she called, she'd say, CJ, can you stop over? I've got something to show you. Well, I haven't been answering the phone, but then one day, a couple of weeks ago, I was shopping with my sister and we ran into, of all things, Laura Waller. Well, that was okay. We gave each other a hug and said, how you been? But the next day, we were out shopping and ran into her again. So, of course, then she left me a message and said, you know, maybe you ought to stop by. So I did stop by, and lo and behold, what did I find? Not only is she a designer of clothing and jewelry and purses, now it's hats. So we are doing a show today about these beautiful hats, but they've got stories as well as you'll see the creativity and also how she makes these hats work, fit, how she decorates them. It's just absolutely so unique and creative. So we're going to show you a bunch of hats. As you probably know, Lara is already a hat lady, but now she makes hats to go with all her outfits. And we'll tell you a little bit later about maybe where that all came from. But for now, we're going to just find out from Lara where she finds some of these hats and what she does with them to make them wearable. So Lara, would you be so kind as to show us some of these beautiful hats, but I want you to tell us not only where you find them, but how you've decorated them. They're all different kinds of decorations. I think people are going to want to realize that everybody could make them if they're creative. And it's not costly. You'll be able to find these parts. So start whichever hat you have because you've got so many of them. Tell me which hat. Start with the pink one.
Okay, I would like to say you, this is kind of new chapter in my life. I never before worked with hats. Nobody teach me. And actually, I was fashion designer, but I work with clothes, mostly with clothes. When I saw recently movie Melania, and I saw how very good designer, fashion designer, prepare her outfit to inauguration, I think this is so interesting part in fashion design. Let I try work with hats. And from the beginning, I make very simple, without decoration hat. Just I only look for different shape, like mostly, attach my eyes like this kind of shape. And with thinking more, what I can do, first of all, I ask myself, where can I find hats? I can go to very expensive store. Hat can cost more than $100. But for my first experiment, I go to very affordable store like Goodwill or Keepers, and I found absolutely plain hat. Sometimes they have bigger size. Sometimes they lose shape. And here start my work with this new absolutely subject in my life. Okay, first of all, I understand if hat lose shape, I need to make straight brims and maybe improve crown of the head and maybe to make smaller size. And this, just from my experience, I use iron with wet fabric in starch to make with iron flat brims. Then I use some fusible material to sew here to make smaller size if not fit on your head. Then I went to Hobby Lobby and buying different kind of trim. It can be different color, different size, and actually very important boa to finish head. And I start work with decoration. Okay, I need kind of flowers, artificial flowers. And my daughter, who work in Arboretum, she has a club of volunteers. When she asked them if they have like artificial flowers, they bring so many that I absolutely was amazing. I have choice of shape, color, what I can use in my work with heads. Okay. Then next part, when I start using flowers, I think, what if I add embroidery and combination of different kind of embroidery matching with flowers give absolutely different look of the head, more exclusive, and you can use for special occasion.
Oh, that one's gorgeous.
For example, I went for a Sigistrom concert and I wear this hat. And you cannot believe, men's, like usually, they not attention. They start to talk me, what a beautiful hat.
Wow. Well, it's very unique. I love the colors, but that embroidery on there just makes it
gives like chic of the hat, right? And a special occasion, you respect concert, it was like concert 250 years of America. It was great, show. And what else I can say?
You got to tell them about the pink roses right in front of you.
This one.
Yes.
You never know where you can find something interesting what you can use. I saw a very small dress for child, for girl, probably 2 years old. And the dress was made from this, when I bought this dress for $3. And when I opened how they was made, it was fabric. This is fabric already artificial, computer design. Make this fabric.
See, that's another thing that you have the gift of, is seeing something and what it could become. I can see something and think, oh, that's beautiful, but I don't like that dress. But I don't have the talent and the gift to do something with it. whereas everything that's here you saw somewhere and said, I could make something with that.
For example, this hat. I saw flower, like they sell flowers.
Mhm.
And this was attention to flower, and people don't like, they sometimes throw away. They don't like combination. And I thinking, my gosh, it's so interesting, like artificial feather. I don't want to buy to use feather, real, but it can give image of feather.
But also that if that's a pin or a brooch, I don't know.
No, it was the same, just a piece of trim.
Okay.
It was trim.
Okay.
You can buy in Hobby Lobby, but trim you can cut.
Well, and again, for me, because I like brooches and I like bling bling, and simply to put a scarf around the brim of the hat and put a beautiful brooch there would be my way of decorating a hat, because I'm not that talented. But I do like it because of the look. It does give that elegancy and that bling bling.
And this I saw. I just saw.
But it looks as if it would be.
Because this, diamonds, they attach to the very tiny fabric.
Is this the one that you used the bias on?
Right. In Hobby Lobby, I think it will be interesting to give finish of a white hat. And I'm buying this bias. They come in different size. Like you see both sides, I can use. I just sew this around.
Well, and the reason you said you did is because the bias, you were doing it around a round hat and it wasn't straight.
You cannot do straight trim.
So, again, because you knew that, I would not have known that, and therefore it's like, what a neat thing.
This is the same piece of fabric, what I cut and attach, by the hand. Work with hand need a lot of hand sewing.
But do you have to have like carpet needles, or what do you use to sew with? A really thick needle?
Because, first of all, my vision is not so sharp like before. I use needle with big space, for thread. To make easier for me.
So you use just regular thread or double thread? Or
absolutely regular, but a different color. For example, when I want to attach the sleeve, I use green thread. This more pink, black.
To blend in, but you don't need any special needles or thread or any of that.
Absolutely,
That's good. Now that one also has some beautiful trim on it, the black trim there with the flowers.
You mean
that
here?
one?
Here, right.
Yeah.
Okay. I worked before with fashion show. We make fashion show with you. And it was a part of fabric what I use for outfit in fashion show.
Okay.
So this is fabric again. This today ability of textile, it's so interesting. They use computer design to kind of not attach, I don't know how they make to the fabric.
Okay.
You can cut.
And you look at they're like little mirrors.
Right. They use some, like.
But here's the other thing. You're not only recycling things, but you're taking some of your own fashion designs and cutting off part of them and putting them on a hat now. So you're even recycling your own stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Does it ever end?
Because you remember in the last fashion show, I made from one dress 3 outfits. One I use sleeves, the other I use only front. So some part I save. I don't like throw away something, what I can use in the future.
And if you see something that you like and you think, well, maybe I'll need that later. So you don't, I want to find out someplace, and I don't want to look in your closets, but where you store all this stuff, because hats are, and especially as decorated as yours are.
This is the mostly common question what people ask me.
Yeah.
But they're so easy to store. You just put on the top, and 5, 6 hats.
You have a totem pole in your bedroom, I suppose.
God. For this period, what you came to me, and for today, I make around 40 hats.
You've made 20 since I was here a few weeks ago.
So now 40, 45 probably. Because, sometimes I tell myself, Lara, stop, I have not more space. And when I see something interesting, I think I can use in the future. For example, look this hat.
That's a spring hat if there ever was one.
First of all, I bought this hat. And I think I do.
Well, you've got a hat on a hat.
I cut top of the portion of this hat and I attach. So now it's a combination what Yves Saint Laurent used when he came to France. He used two colors of red.
Oh my stars.
I always, because I was in fashion business all my life, and I know story behind, and what color famous designer use.
Right.
This is like my library.
Well, and also what I really admire about the fact that not only do you do research on history of things,
Right. Yeah.
so that you get a background. I mean, when you found that dog picture that you said something had been cut off and went to the library and found out, it had been cut off because it was some famous king or something that you found the real painting.
Right.
So I know you do research, so even in designers, to find out their specialty, if you will. So there's work that goes involved in it.
Excuse me, I interrupt you. When I moved to this place, one of the first painting, I bought this painting, like copy, for example.
Yeah.
But image, French cafe. It happened like 100 years ago, 1912, maybe 1920, who knows.
Yeah.
But look how
nothing but hats.
Right. Every woman has hats. And today, when in my imagination, when I come, for example, for people, Holocaust survivors, everybody like 80 or more years old, look, very sick and old. And in my imagination, I wear all my hats on these women.
Oh.
And they will come back in memory in different countries, from Poland, from Czechoslovakia, from Austria. And they will, like reborn in memory.
Yes. But here's the thing you have to plan now. And you have to tell Dave so we can get the tickets. You need to go to the Derby. The Derby's known for the hats. The women wear hats.
I know.
You can start now to make a hat for the Derby. Because it's not till May.
I am not production.
I'm telling you, you must get ideas. But you must get ideas watching that, because I've seen some very, very wild hats there. And the wilder it is, the more people are attracted to
Expensive.
it. Anyway, yes, they are. So let's do a few more here, and then we can go in here. You've got some more hats in here. And then I want to take time to look at the book that we have here. So do you want to go ahead and do some of the hats that we've got in here, or do you have some more here?
Because I make so many hats for women.
What about all those in the chair there?
Right. I would like to say one day I came to Dave's family and he had two grandsons. Younger son, Trevor, he worked in Fashion Island. And he is a very nice looking young man, prepared to be a model for men's clothes. And in that evening, I wear this hat. And when he saw this hat, he said, Lara, can I have this hat if I have show? I said, of course I can give you.
Yeah.
And I thinking, for men, I can design too. It can be more fancy or more simple.
Yes, that one I can see a man wearing that to a special outfit. You wearing that one there to the concert and Dave wearing this one.
For example.
Oh, that's darling for a guy.
Okay. This, when I start looking history of the hats, they start from canatier. Canatier, this style canatier, it came from Italy, like in Venice. Sailors.
Yes,
for
the gondoliers.
Canoe. So canatier. The same shape, bigger brim, called bautier. At slow
Oh,
boats here.
yeah. Wow.
So this I try to make kind of wearable for young men.
Well,
You know,
if Trevor will find out, he'll have a new
yeah,
a new hat for every time he
yeah,
models, every outfit.
friend, right? And
Goodness sake.
this more conservative, you
Yes,
know.
man could definitely wear
Men
that.
can wear because I add what I add different color,
Mhm.
you know, to bring men in fashion too.
Right.
Not always black and
No, no. Well, and that's a pretty camel colored
yeah.
hat as well. And the fabric also goes with that.
My daughter worked for Arboretum, I told you, and she decided to make hat of the week. She started to come for work. She worked in library. She started to wear every week different hat.
Okay.
And you cannot believe what advertising I have for my hats. Everybody, it is, for example, meeting 1,000 people. She wear hat, and everybody in shock. You know, Arboretum is a great botanical garden.
Yes.
Where else you can use these hats?
Yes. Well, that's wonderful that she'll do that and wear
Right,
them.
yeah.
She probably enjoys it as much.
She very much enjoy.
So-
For example, this hat, she, you know,
That looks like Lena.
hat to kill. You know?
That looks like Lena. It's bright and
Yeah.
pink and
Yeah.
definitely feminine. So cute.
In this hat, I use, instead of feather, I use
Oh, isn't
you
that
know,
a
like,
gorgeous trim?
trim. Mhm.
Oh,
And again, even I don't remember where it's from.
mm-hmm.
Probably I bought some absolutely unusable piece.
Yeah, dress
that I
and so
cut.
cut that off.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't envy you this job. What's the one behind you, that straw? That one's kind of different shaped.
Yeah. This is more classical, like English lady can wear, but America very, you know.
Let me try that one, see.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know if
very
this is
nice.
my style.
I like it.
Think that'll do it?
Hmm.
Well, it fits nice. I mean, it feels good on. Where some of them feel too snug or too, but I guess I like this half brim.
I like, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a thought. Oh, okay. All right. So we're going in here now, and then we have to save time to make sure we get to go to the books.
So you want I remove this hat?
Well, let's just go in here
We can go
and look
there?
at these, and then when we come back, we'll do
Okay.
the book. How's that? Yeah, I wasn't aware you made the ones for men, but thank goodness Trevor said that.
Yeah.
That he said, "Can I have that?"
You
And then
know,
you said,
I always like to have opinion from young generation.
"Yes, yeah." Has Violet, your granddaughter, seen these?
Right. She saw me and she said, she called me babushka. Babushka.
Okay.
Show me your jewelry. Because before she was little, she not interested. And when I show her, she said, can I take this one? I said, of course, Violet, of course.
Yeah.
And, you know, now she's coming 16 in this
Oh,
year,
yes.
end of the year, 16.
She'll be wearing fashions like you and Bowie.
Right. You
All
know.
right, let's go. Look at this one. I love that ribbon you've got on this one. That blue is just so gorgeous. And the other one looks like you did a bias on that one too.
Oops.
The middle one.
Can I show?
See, look at how different that is.
You know, this I bought hat as is, like this one, but I add decoration, you know, like this is...
And you look good with the brim like that on the side. You can do that, and you can wear that well.
I can just...
If I wore that, I would like I'm falling off a horse or something. Not good. But you've always been good at wearing that. Yeah, see? You're made for that hat.
You know...
You were made for hats, first of all, because you've worn hats all
I try on myself. If I see something, you know, would bother me, I change. So I am first model for every hat.
Oh,
Every
okay. So
hat,
therefore, if it doesn't look right, feel right,
yeah.
you fix it before you.
Mhm.
That's your perfectionism, maybe?
Right.
All right.
You
Yeah.
know, believe or not, sometimes I'm so involved in the production of head, it can be until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, when I start,
You can't stop.
I cannot stop.
But the other thing that you mentioned, which I understand and I agree, is the fact that you do it to keep busy, meaning I want to keep my
Absolutely.
mind
Yeah,
occupied.
it's true. Yeah.
And it probably just without thinking you're doing this because you're so used to creatively
Mhm.
making this and turning that.
This, you know, secret of a continue life, escape from your age.
Yes.
You know, if we just been on a parade in Clubhouse 2,
Yeah.
250 years of America.
Yes.
And they make photograph. I stay close to this, you know, card.
Uh-huh.
And after I asked my daughter, tell me please, what do you think, how old this woman? She said, no, probably 50.
Uh-huh.
And my secret in this year, 88 years old.
Oh, see? Yeah.
Mhm.
But staying busy as you do, which we
Right.
know,
Yeah.
keeps you young as well. So,
Yeah.
okay, then tell me about that
Oh,
with the big blue.
this I like
This
this
one.
head.
And that's got the bias too. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my. See, that's like regal.
You know what?
Oh,
When I come with this head and Dave is, you know, with me,
yeah.
all attention, Dave, you,
Being the lieutenant he is.
you know, especially I like California Club dinner dancing.
Oh yes, you can really dress to the nines
They
there.
always ask you, oh, this lady know what she wear.
Always keep them
Yeah.
guessing.
So
So, and that, where did you made the ribbon or found that ribbon?
this, you never know. I remember it was one head kind of store. I don't remember where. It was using this kind of trim, and this was extra. They threw away on the
Oh, for-
floor. I think, my gosh, what is that? I would like to buy, but no price. It was on the floor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is really stunning.
Very stylish, you
Yes.
know. Head gives style.
But that's what I find interesting too is I know that people say that when you put on your clothes, you act like what you're wearing. And I think hats do that for you.
Hat is very important part of your outfit.
Yes, you
Very
put on that
important.
finishing piece, that hat,
Mhm.
and that's how you feel when you walk out the door. Yeah, we're missing something. We don't wear hats enough.
I think it's time to start use more fancy hat would give different image.
Yeah.
Not only like working, sport, but you have different occasion.
Yeah.
You can
I'm
go-
really thankful, and I know I'm biased here, but no. I'm so thankful you don't have any baseball hats. I don't like anyone in a baseball hat except a
Everybody,
baseball player.
no.
Oh, I don't think women look good in them. So let's move on over to here. I don't want us to run out of time. So there's just a couple over here, but they're again so interesting. Oh, and you got to put this black one on because then we'll get to see that under part. Okay. Yes, look at this. Now, Jean, you see underneath here, you see under the hat that she got the idea from Mae West over there. I think that's who that is, maybe not. But see, underneath the brim is decoration, which I never see a hat that has that. And to me, that just adds so much to it. It makes it so interesting. So interesting. Oh, and here's another one. You have to try this one.
Different embroidery.
Yeah, but it's still got the same idea. Now see the applique underneath. It's so beautiful. Again, people would miss that. People would miss that. And here you got some nice summer hats up here, or spring hats. And again, it's important because like this one, you can tell this is would make a nice summer hat because look at how airy it is. Because you don't want to,
So-
people get hot wearing hats, but this has got ventilation. Yeah.
You know what? This hat I bought just recently. And I thought to myself, I have so many, but I like color and
Yes.
shape.
The shape of it, and it's
Yeah.
that you air through it. Perfect. All right. And same with this one. Look at this. That's all airy. And that one, the other white one there, is also a nice summer hat because it can breathe.
Yeah.
All of them can breathe. If you had, people used to wear church on Easter Sunday, they'd all wear Easter
Absolutely,
bonnets.
Yeah.
You have enough here for the village. Definitely for the village. Now see, again, these are so cute. See, that's not me.
Not you.
No, it's just too standy-uppy. So maybe there isn't a hat for me. I don't know. All right, we're going to come back here now.
And
So we can take
for example, what I want to tell you, this is my very casual hat. What I start from this.
Yes, you do wear that.
I wear
Anywhere, and it goes with everything because you wear a lot of black and white.
I go to billiard club.
Yes.
And men come to me and say, you look so nice. I like your hat.
Yeah. Well, because again, nobody wears them anymore. So when they notice somebody wearing it, it definitely draws attention. There's another one over there with lots of trim on it, the one underneath.
Yeah, this is different, yeah.
See, look at that. Oh.
Different
And how
flower.
you've mixed flowers with that embroidery trim. Again, that just takes such...
Again, it's like work of the fashion designer.
Yeah.
You try this.
Yeah.
And if you say something bother me, and I try to improve what bother me, or color, or shape, or something.
Well, and that's what I like to hear too, is that I'm not going to go out of the house until I'm sure that this is the way I like it. It feels right to me.
For example, I've been in Hobby Lobby, and they have jewelry.
Oh, look at that.
And my granddaughter Violetta, she said, "Oh, I like it. I like a combination of embroidery and jewelry."
Yep.
I said, "This is
the
for
dragonfly.
you." Mm-hmm.
That looks like another a cute girl summer hat. So we're going to adjourn to the table because I have a couple of things I want to talk about in the books that you have here. And of course, as always, you're good at making books. That I know. This one. Right? This is the grandma.
So this your grandmother, what I
This was making
influence on me.
You let us know we're ready. Okay. Here's what in the first show that I did with you, because you'd had such an interesting past, and when you were 3 years old and you're running from the Germans, and for 3 years you ran from them, and your father found you, which was a miraculous thing to begin with, and then you ended up in Uzbekistan. But because of the fact everybody was running and you had to find shelter wherever you could, your father ended up finding shelter with this family that raised horses, but they trained horses like a circus. What was their last name again?
Zaripov.
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 Can you spell it? Because I won't.
Z.
Yeah.
R-I-P-O-V. Zaripov.
Okay. Because when you told me that, I said, oh my gosh, they had a big tent with all their horses off, the 5, the Interstate 5. And you said, that's the same family. Well, then, now I find out today, as we're looking at these different things, that you looked up that family's name because you'd spent those 3 years or so with them. Not 2 years, just 1 year. More years than that.
From 1944 until 1951.
Wow.
7 years we live in that place. 7 years. And from that place, we moved to Moscow, where it was my grandfather. And
Okay,
in Moscow,
yes.
I became my, profession, fashion designer.
Right. But here's what I found interesting. Because you did, again, as I said, you love doing your research. You put that name into Google, and then it came out this whole story
A story in English.
about,
Everything in English.
yeah.
Karima,
Now that's the spelling.
Karima Zaripova.
Yeah.
She has first name in memory of her grandfather.
Ah, okay.
He was Karim and she Karima.
Ah.
And she was born after few weeks when grandfather died.
Okay.
In 1960, she was born.
So, but when you were living there and you were young, you were what, 6 years old?
Right.
Then you found out that that girl's grandmother
Right.
she was pretty young at the time, right?
She was probably 15 that time.
Yeah, 15. She was making hats of all things.
Yeah.
And you loved watching her. And so I did not know about that history till today. But you said that in making these hats, it's almost like it brought back this memory of when I used to watch this lady make hats. And so that connection to me is just, again, how everything is connected. Why do I have this love? Why we know about the whole fashion design, but also the fact that you, for all those years that you were running around, not a home, if you will, you learned to make something out of nothing. Your whole life, you've learned to make something out of nothing. So this memory is pretty specific about hats. So then we're going to get to your new book, which is a book all about hats. And I find it interesting because, you have a way of making books that are interesting books, and you've always been a hat person. But the first one we see is the one that we just saw you with, again, the picture where you got the idea of putting something on the underside. But all of these pictures that we see here, you are just a bit younger, because this was back when you guys were in Hollywood, right?
Right.
And then I see this picture, and you said that there was a 50th anniversary of the movie Casablanca.
Right.
And I'm looking at that, and I said, is that lady you? And you said, yes, it is. And I said, well, that's Humphrey Bogart. And she goes, yeah. And this is Igor, your husband, dressed as the French soldiers in that movie. So you definitely were rubbing elbows with the rich and famous, for sure. And here again, some of these are going to be current hats that you had, but a lot of them are pictures of you way back. This outfit, I really like that black and white. But look at here, the nets that we used to wear. This was in the 40s and the 50s when they would always wear a hat with nets. And here's another one. Yeah, see how you just have a way with hats. They all look good on you, and they always have. Look at this one. Oh, and here's another one. Must be the same night, because you still got Igor. But here too, this is a while ago, and all of them look so, and look at this one, my dear. Oh, look at that hat. Wow. And this one, the same thing. Now that's a certain era too, where they would wear just that one big bow. And look at this, again with the hat. But this one too, the hat, the outfit, and then the car. And it's like,
it was Concours d'Elegance in Carmel, Monterey.
Oh, in Carmel. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful up there. But this beautiful Jaguar, and it was Igor's, your husband's.
Yeah.
So you rode around in this on a regular day to go to the grocery store, right?
Of course.
Oh my goodness. And you had a dog.
Yeah, I do. I did.
Oh my, look at that. I mean,
I prepared to walk the dog.
Yes, you can't go outside without a hat on. But here's, see with that again. Oh, and here's when you made puppets, I think.
Yeah, toys.
Oh my gosh.
This is more recently.
Yes. But again, how important it is to decide what you're going to wear and then find the hat to top it off. Definitely this. These are again from older, but again, you can wear a hat off-side very, very well. And I think it just takes a certain head to wear that, which you happen to have that for sure. This is when you took some pictures for your around the world trip. That you didn't leave Orange County, but you went around the world, and you're in Portugal wearing. But again, knowing what to wear, which country you're in, to best illustrate
prepare
that.
to weather, some
Oh, of
country
course,
very
but look at
hot.
even this coat. That length of that coat is different, and that hat matches it absolutely perfect. Did you rent a dog to go with the outfit?
I got first place look-alike competition here.
A first place look-alike, you and your black and white were matched with the dog.
Right.
Oh, how heavenly. But and look at these beautiful scenery in France, Provence. And this is your granddaughter, but she's a little bit older now, but how cute. And she lived in France for a while, you said.
No, Alada said, where you make this photograph? I said, we've been with Violet in France.
Oh, so you were making that up too. I can't keep track of you. Yes, and you have such a gift of doing that too, is to finding history and tying in with, again, a fashion. Perfect. Just absolute. Oh, and look at this. Definitely. Now this has that Indian flair for me. Persian, Indian, because of all that. Gold and glitter. Look at again your black. And here's another one. Is this something you've made, this cape? Where'd you get that?
Yes, I bought a dress and I cut off skirt.
And made this out of the skirt.
From the skirt.
Oh my. And look at how you made the arms fit like that. Oh dear goodness. Yes, you definitely have very much artistic. My concern, my dear, and see, look at the colors there, about how you wear the colors. You look very good in black and white, but you can wear almost any color. Look at this lime green, just as I said that. The lime green looks great on you as well. My concern after being here, from your original story to your trip around the world,
fashion show.
to the two fashion shows,
yeah.
And now this with the hats.
Right.
My fear is this. You're going to start on shoes next. I don't know where you're going to do it. But there'll be some. I don't even want to think.
Same.
Oh, because what else are you going to? You've done purses, you've done jewelry. So please tell me you're not going to do shoes.
No. Not shoes. I think I want to continue this book. I am not from my childhood. I am from circus. My
yes.
roots, not from childhood, from circus.
Now, also that idea of
excuse me, I just interrupt you, because how connect circus to my real life? It starts from poster restoration.
Okay.
Because magician, it was always part of the circus.
Uh-huh.
And when we start poster restoration studio.
Oh yes.
So one of the first clients was magician
David
Copperfield and Norm Nelson.
Oh
and
my goodness.
David said, Igor, I am illusionist, you are magician. He said to Igor. And when we start restore, for example, Houdini, you remember how he escaped? So David bought big collection posters from Malcolm Library, and he need restoration because they was, very
in
poor
bad
condition.
Shape.
And we start work with him. So this was beginning of my connection in real life.
To restoration.
Charlie Chaplin circus.
Mm-hmm.
We restore to this beautiful, condition.
Well, you know what it made me think of, though, and I know you're tying it in with how you restored things, because you said my life is a circus, was a circus, or in a circus, is because of the fact of this vagabond way that you grew up, that you didn't have any roots. Right. They were wherever your family planted you. Mm-hmm. That having that feeling of freedom, so that as long as your family was there, you were rooted, but that you can be anywhere and still have that feeling of stability with freedom.
I tell you, my best movement in the life was come to America. And this today, if people ask, very common subject about difference between capitalism and communism, how you want to call socialism, communism, my both hand, I vote for life what was made, possible in America, capitalism way, because you have freedom. You have freedom, whatever you like. Explain your talent, like give a job to the other people. Appreciation, but you have, pay back. Live and let live. This is idea in America. They give you, like a style to live, and you support the country.
Yeah.
Everybody have to support, your talent, your industrial, like gift. We have to give country to for future.
But here's the thing that
Yeah.
you may or may not be aware of, because I become more aware of it as I get older. My sister, I have 3 sisters, 2 in Minnesota and 1 in Las Vegas. And they were talking about, because it's almost like a second family. I was the eldest, then 5 years, then 8 years, and then they had like 4 in a row. And we were raised on the farm. We had nothing. Outdoor facilities, no running water, all that. And so they were talking about how the last 4 or 5 that mother and dad had, they were like only 3-bedroom house, so they had 3 cribs in 1 bedroom, and how long they stayed in a crib until they were like 5, because there was no bed to them to go to. But here's the thing: is that you're familiar because so when my sister was saying about that, almost like how our roots are so. And I said, I don't think I would have ever said before that I'm so thankful for growing up without nothing. But because of that, you are deeply rooted in making the best out of everything. I don't really believe you would appreciate America as much if you hadn't already had that built-in stability that you came with.
I appreciate so much, when I was invited to have citizenship, and they show, like a movie about America, I was crying.
Yes.
I'm part of this beautiful country.
Yeah. Well, because you've seen the other side of that.
You're right.
Yeah. And again, you flourished when you came here because, and it was, yes, the freedom and the ability to be accepted and grow.
It was not easy.
Are you kidding me? You rode a bus. You didn't even speak English. You're riding a bus, 2-3 buses in order to even, and you got a car and drove on freeways to get to work in LA, and you still didn't speak English. Yeah. No, you had that chutzpah, whatever. You had that strength.
You have to have strength
before you got here.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you unique and different. Yes, you got to flourish
all my
here.
life, I have to do the best, not only survive, to be on the top, what you want to show, what you want to make. When I pick up my profession, fashion designer, I have not idea, but idea to create something beautiful, it was inside of me. I want, I have not idea where I'm going.
But again, it's that inside of you that drives you to get out the very best you have. You don't slipshod things. You don't do anything like, I'll just throw that on there. You make sure that it is exactly as you wanted it to be before you finish that. Well, again,
very easy to share with people. Everything when they ask me, I'm open.
Yeah. Well, they maybe will ask you, because when they see this and they see how many hats that you have, and again, the one thing that they should know by now, you don't sell your pottery, you don't sell your pictures, you don't sell your jewelry, you don't sell your clothing, you don't sell your hats. They are part of your creative design. But the fact that if they can ask you, I want to do this, but I don't know how to do it, you may get asked as to...
But I always say, what, everything starts from history of art. You have to read more, see more, see how art changed by the time.
But again, whenever you go anywhere, you are appreciating art in all its forms, whether it's a beautiful bougainvillea tree or bush outside. You see the color and the symmetry of everything because of your artistic eye. Some of us have artistic ways of looking at things, but bringing it to fruition is not my, and I couldn't do that. And that's the sad part, but you're going to be able to bring it to fruition. So anyway, it's been another great visit as always. And I still keep learning new things about you. I'm sure there's still much more to learn, but I have so appreciated.
I am so happy to have you as my friend.
Well, and it's good because I like that you share these things with me so that we can share them the rest of the people here in the village.
It is very easy to have conversation, and you're very good host of the show.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's easy when you have people like yourself because you're very interesting. It's easy to do an interview with people that have got an interesting life, and your life is still going strong. So, as I said, you got to think about something and warn me because I'm not coming over if you make shoes. If you make shoes, I'm not coming. So you got to find something else that you could do, and I don't know what that would be, but we'll think. So anyway, thank you.
Continue, right?
Yes, thank you so much.